हैरम कार्यक्रम में आपका स्वागत है। हैरम नाम का उच्चारण करने से ही हमारे भीतर जो प्रसन्नता है वो प्रकट होने लग जाती है।
Bhumi, that is Mother Earth, is a part and part of solar system. Solar system is a part and part of nebula. These nebulas are part and part of galaxy, infinite universe. So there is integration. There is integration in the universe, in the nature itself. There integration is there.
When you go back to your traditions or the foundations of like where you're from and what you've been brought up with, I think those are the things that give you peace during times of chaos like this. And so
I'm Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh, Chairman of Parikh Worldwide Media and ITV Gold 24/7 TV channel. It's my privilege and honor to congratulate and wish good luck to Haram Patrika and its maker, Mr. Ashok Vyas, who is starting this great initiative, which will involve the Indian culture, happening of the culture, Indian culture, the understanding of the Indian culture, and much more. So again, I really wish Ashok Vyas and Haram Patrika it's a success, and I would like to give them my support unconditionally to make it most successful.
Namaskar, I'm Ashok Vyas, and we are in the middle of a very interesting phase these days as the world tries to overcome multiple challenges posed by coronavirus, be it economic, social, psychological, political, and whatnot. But life must go on, and show must go on, and the show that is mounted to serve seniors by India Home is continuing to thrive, making use of technology. And I take this opportunity of welcoming members and those who are working for and with India Home. Sharanya, welcome. Namaste. Sharanya is.
Namaste. Thank you for having us.
Of course. And now we're coming to Sylvia. Sylvia ji, namaste. Welcome. And then I'll bring to the screen Kavita Shah. Kavita ji, namaste.
Namaste.
And we also have Mukund Mehta ji joining us. Mukund ji, namaste. स्वागत है आपका.
Namaste ji.
So the interesting part of technology is we are together, yet we are not together. But that not being together is also visible in the form of social distance. So you are together, yet you are at a distance, and so people kept on saying that this is physical distance, it's not social distance. So I'll begin with you, Sharanya. Personally speaking, when this lockdown happened, I mean, none of us would have ever imagined that we will be witnessing days when we don't have airlines flying, we cannot go to even friend's house. So what went on in your mind as a creative person and also someone who is working closely with seniors?
Yeah, I think that it's definitely a shock on all levels for all people in all different ways. And I think especially in oftentimes in crises, creatives are hit pretty hard, and artists, they lose their opportunities for artistic, their livelihood. So that's definitely something that is an impact that we see. And with our seniors at India Home, the pandemic has hit the older adult population. They're the most at risk for getting this pandemic. And then if we look at the South Asian senior population, we have high comorbidities of diabetes, of hypertension. And so they're already put at a high risk situation. So it's a lot. It's a lot for our communities to be going through this. And, you can see in all different types of communities how much it has impacted everyone in a way that I don't think any of us were ready for.
Absolutely, and I'm just reminded of the lines of Prime Minister Narendra Modi in recent address. He said that हम हारने वाले नहीं है, थकने वाले नहीं है, बिखरने वाले नहीं है. Some positive words. So, Kavita, your name is Kavita. Any poetry that you often remember which helps to uplift your spirit?
I mean, I don't write poetries, but I have lots of ideas. Ideas constantly, my mind keeps running through that. What is the next activity that we are going to do? So I'm going to throw this. We have a COVID play coming on May 29th. I'm working on that.
And what
So
is
I
that?
have on Zoom, my seniors are going to do a play
Oh, wow.
related to COVID-19. We wrote the script and we are practicing now.
That is incredible. And Sylvia is also a part of a live play every day when she interacts with seniors. If you recollect any interesting exchange of ideas or concern that you heard from seniors either during these days or prior to COVID-19, Sylvia?
So our seniors is always have full of like, ideas. They're just coming in, they want activities needs to be in a different way. So when we always give them the opportunity to talk, like, because, like they're here, they would like to know and they would like to share their ideas. So we need to honor that thing. We need to respect that thing. So whatever ideas they give for any of these activities, like I always share this with my co-worker, like Kavita, the first thing, like, hey Kavita, we have to do this. If like we are doing like the drama classes at our senior center, so if we have the script ready, sometimes we have seen our seniors are changing the words or sentences. They're making it in their own way because we are doing it from our own perspective, but they are dealing some of the issues and they can say like, okay, this is the sentence is much more appropriate for me, so I like to add that. So we always welcome them and we have no problem like giving them the opportunity to have more ideas included in our own programmings. And because like for whom we are doing this programming, for them, so we like to do something funny and more interactive that they will enjoy, right? We cannot impose our ideas on them. Definitely we always bring them in our conversation.
Absolutely. So, Mukunji, I think what I hear from them tells me that there is a sense of openness which encourages participation, and creativity also is flourished when you get an environment that assures you that you are heard. And creativity also helps us in facing challenging circumstances. So, Mukunji, based on your experience of having interacted recently, and maybe begin with the journey of India home and the element of creativity.
I think the creativity, first of all, when the new group meets, there is always a silence among the members. So somebody has to break the ice. So once the ice is broken and then they get intermingled with everybody, and one person starts some creative idea and presents it, and it is liked by others. So it gets inspiration for the others also to throw their ideas. And that's how I think slowly and slowly the hidden talents come out, and they provide their creative ideas and creative projects, and some new things happen.
So, talking about newness, Sharanya, in terms of going back to your main focus of singing and how that inner sensitivity of classically trained singer comes into play when you are trying to find a harmony at your workplace, which is beautiful, yet it involves trying to arrange uh, different aspects of life and create a harmony. So I'm trying to indirectly request you, if you sing if you sing something, and then then you come to this answer.
Okay. Yeah, no, thank you. I'll sing a short Devaram. This is about Lord Shiva. தோடுடைய செவிய விடையறியோர் துவன் மதிசூடியே தோடுடைய செவியர் விடையறியோர் துவன் மதிசூடி காடுடைய சுடலை பொடி பூசியன் உள்ளம் கவர் கள்வன் ஏடுடைய மலரான் முன்னை நாள் பணிந்த அருள் செய்த பீடுடைய பிரமாபுரமேவிய பெமானிவன் அன்றே.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank
So-
you. And to answer your question, I think, or yours to comment on that, I think definitely when you go back to your traditions or the foundations of like where you're from and what you've been brought up with, I think those are the things that give you peace during times of chaos like this. And so yeah, that's definitely a very apt point that you've made.
I know, Sylvia, indeed, I am also aware of the passion, dedication, and commitment of Dr. Vasundhara-ji, who has been instrumental behind India Home, and she has her own personal story, etc. But in your case, where you see the source of your strength and inspiration to sustain the kind of commitment which is needed, because Kavita ji mentioned earlier that she has been with her in-laws, and that is not a normal thing nowadays. People don't get along that well. I'm afraid that is what we observe. So you're sustaining your inner beauty and poise and patience while serving seniors. What helps you there?
So thank you very much, Ashokji, asking me for these questions. You know, like I'm a very recently arrived immigrant to this country. So when I came to this country, I really wanted to do something for the community. It's not that like I want to do something. I really wanted to do something. So while I did my master's here, I did all my research on South Asian immigrants, and I wanted to be with this community. And I was looking for some opportunities to be involved with this community. And yes, I started working with in my previous organization that was immigrant-based organization, and then over the time I was looking for the opportunities. You know, I really do care about the mission and vision for India Home. I'm kind of like little picky person. I will not go everywhere. Like I will just go somewhere like what I really like, because I'm been in non-profit world, and when I really saw the work that India Home is doing, that's I really do care about. It matches with my interest. And honestly speaking, I was very close to my grandmother, my dad's mom, whom I lost in 2015. That year, I went to Bangladesh, and just after coming from there, in 6 months, I lost my grandma. I didn't even see her for the last time. So I really wanted to be involved in the community. And when I came to India Home, that gives me that, you know, like that happiness inside of me. I am with the community, you know, like I can hear, and some of them resemble my parents, my grandparents. I never saw my grandfather, but you know, like I'm very close to my grandmother. So I find someone, my grandmother, in so many aunties here in India Home. That's
Beautiful. So that sort of emotional feel to our work makes us filled with a sense of fulfillment, and that adds to overall quantity of love in the community. So I thank you, Sylvia, for sharing that. And Mukundji, to inspire others, one should be convinced within that what you are doing is the right thing, and we all somewhere are in a position to support each other. I'll connect with that song कि तुम बेसहारा हो तो किसी का सहारा बनो, तुमको अपने आप ही सहारा मिल जाएगा. And you also initiated a kind of a dialogue, inner dialogue among seniors by requesting them to share their special memories. Anyone that you may want to share with us, and how that idea of diving back to your memory lane was received by seniors?
You know, Ashok ji, when before COVID came in, everybody used to meet physically and have all sorts of discussions, ideas, activities, etc. But COVID put a big break on the activities of these seniors, and they were aloof now, isolated. So we wanted to make them mentally active. So we started, of course, this is another association, but seniors are seniors everywhere. So we started a project to request them, stretch your memory, use your mental capacity to go back to a number of years when you came to this country for the first time, and what experience, event, or episode, or concern or observation you made. And that had a wow effect, okay, what is this, is in America this way? And we started telling them to share their stories, and a number of people shared their stories. And I told my story that when I came to this country in 71, and I signed up for the MBA program with St. John University. My first semester started in summer. It was the first Saturday in July. Temperature was 95 degrees. And I, in India, thought, oh, in America, I'm going. So when I go to the university, I should be well-dressed and look good and not cheap. So I went in a suit, tie, boot, having a briefcase with the books and all that. And to my surprise, when I went to the college, I found that boys and the girls who had come for the same course, they were in the t-shirts and the shorts. So I was so much embarrassed at that time, and they had the sneakers and the loafers and chappals and like that. So I was really embarrassed. Not only that, and then they thought that I'm a professor. When I went to the class, so many students were already occupied the seats. So when I entered, they thought that this is a professor. But then I acquired my seat as usual in the first row, right across the professor's dais. I was in my mind, I was just embarrassed that why I'm overdressed. Now, in addition, to add further to that embarrassment, when the professor came in, I stood up from my seat to give a respect, as we usually do in India. So in college and the school, that's what we used to do. So I just stood up, and everybody, about 60, 80 people, students, they all started looking at me, thinking, what's wrong with this guy? And they thought I'm really coming out of a boat. And not only that, the professor said, may I help you? So even professor who grew up here didn't know what is the custom and tradition. So I was so much embarrassed. And there are so many other stories shared by other people, but because of lack of time, if there is anything further, I will tell.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Kavita ji, you also organize karaoke. Is that
Yes.
the correct way of saying? Yeah. So how did that go? Because you need a lot of coordination, not only technically, but then who is playing music and all that. So how did that go?
So we had this person, Raj Dhingraji, who came and did the karaoke with the seniors today. So it was just him. So he had all the instrument and everything. And all I have to do is just mute everyone. And then it just, it's just he's on and we can hear him clearly. So it went really well. And he has a beautiful voice and everyone enjoyed it. And they all had these old song request, so it was really
So
fulfilling.
which is your favorite song?
Oh, my favorite song. My favorite song, I like Anand, is one of my favorite movies, so all the songs from Anand I love. So actually that's one of my thing. End of all of my session, I play a song for my seniors. So I choose a song, I share my screen, and I play a song for them. And when creative, how what Mukunji shared, I have also started our seniors. I choose a couple of them, and they share their stories. And we have started creative writing program also with Dr. Nalini Jutani ji. So once a week we meet and we've started creative writing, and all these seniors are coming up writing their stories in whatever language is comfortable for them. So it's really, we had our first session last Wednesday. It was really good.
Not all, so much is happening that which stimulates your mind to move towards positive direction. is always a welcome and a noble thing to do. Whosoever is doing it at India Home is doing it in big way, in multiple creative ideas with Kavita ji, Sylvia ji, Sharanya ji. One way to sort of move towards the puzzle of life to the other side is to be able to dream, to be able to sustain hope. Sharanya, what would you say helps you individually, and when you come in contact with seniors, how do you see? Because sometimes you see now things are not happening the way you would like them to be, etc. Have you heard those feelings somebody shared with you? So, to come back to the question, the secret of sustaining hope and continuing to dream.
Yeah, I think right now it's very easy to kind of get like this like muddy and bleak like view of life, right? Like not knowing what's going to happen, so much uncertainty, and then not having hope when you have leadership that's not doing the best job of bringing out the right messages, and the ones leading our country, if they're in that state, a lot of times it can be hard to have a sense of hope and to consistently have that fire in you to keep going. And I think that you have to start thinking about the ways that what you can do during this time. And I think that our staff has exemplified that so well with doing everything that we can despite our limitations. And we've seen that that's a lot still. We can still serve seniors. We can still help them be connected to each other. We can still allow them to be heard and to be seen, give them a voice and give them the opportunities to be creative, and we can still feed them. We can still, help them with citizenship. Like there's so many ways that we're able to help. And I think that's one of the ways that it gives you hope when you know that there is something you can do. And on another note, the census is also a big part of what we do. At India Home, we're helping to put out the message that our community, our South Asian communities, need to be counted. And that's one thing that's really easy to do from home. And that's something that we can look forward to is making sure that our communities are completing the census, which is just a simple 10-minute form that you do to fill out who's in your household. And right now in the South Asian communities in Queens, the response rates are between 30 to 40%. So if you think about a party of this many RSVP attendees, but then you have 70% of the people show up, 70% more show up, and you only have dinner for 30% of the people, what is then going to end up happening? Everyone has to share the same food, the same resources, and that's what happens to our communities. So that's my plug-in for telling everyone to complete the census and make sure that we all have the resources that we deserve. And I think that's one way that we can build hope for our community, is to make sure that we are getting the resources we deserve, and we do the actions that we can do as individuals, as a community.
Beautiful. The plugin was beautiful and very apt and necessary. Thank you, Sharanya, for that. And Sylvia, how do you see our community members? Generally, do you consider them alert and aware in terms of various government programs and other issues, including what Sharanya mentioned about being particular that we are counted?
So for doing the case management for last 2-3 years, my experience with our community members, they are really not aware of the government programs that's available for them. So they're coming to us. We are basically offering them, like, it doesn't matter like who arrived here recently or who come here like 30, 40 years or 50 years back. Some of them are not aware of the programming. That's so many resources are available for them. So we are there for them, working as the main liaison, connecting them with the different resources. And the major thing that what's happening right at this moment, we are assisting our seniors, connecting them with the Social Security income, benefit for the SNAP, Medicaid, Medicare, retirement benefits, different sorts of things. But all these things are some way connected with the census, because people somewhere are not pretty much aware of the census thing. They don't really care about like why it's important. What Sharanya mentioned, I also would like to like tell more about this, because it's all about the representation. You know, we are in New York City and we know like it's the melting pot. This is the city for immigrants, right? If we are coming in here, but you know, like in the representation, in the congressional representation, it's not that many numbers. And it's predicted, like if people are not participating in this census, we are losing the representation. It might be from 27 to 25. People are like, the numbers of people are increasing, but the representation is like going down, which is not nice, and which is not nice for our community. We're gonna lose the federal funding. If we are losing the federal funding, they will not get the money for Medicaid, for SNAP, for school, college, hospital, nursing homes, and roads, transportation, everything is included. So we are awareing all our seniors, not only seniors, all the community members, please fill out the census. It's just 10 minutes and 10 forms. We can say it nicely, like this 10 minutes will, like the 10 forms, like the 10 questions, 10 minutes, and it will impact for the next 10 years. So this is the high time, and
Beautiful,
they can
beautiful.
reach out.
I'm so impressed. And just looking at the time limitation, I just wanted to move towards Mukundji quick. So once again, I'll say thanks to you. And you're so passionate about this aspect. So I'll ask same question to Mukundji in terms of our degree of awareness as community. And since you have worked with various organizations, how do you feel about that? And what can be done in addition to what Sharanya and Sylvia mentioned?
I I think of late there is a what we call Jagruti. That means awareness has come up in our society, in our community, and as a result of it, more and more seniors are participating in the activities. And as the time goes by, I think the future is that they will become more attuned to the US way of life. They will get assimilated to the ideas here, because all those seniors who have come here, they had the certain problems like food problem and the language problem and assimilation with the society here. But as India Home doing the activities are to bring the people together, to make them aware and involve them in various activities. I think day by day they will open up, and they will be more attuned to the US way of life, and feel themselves comfortable.
Wonderful. So each day is a new day, new learning, and as they say, journey for 1,000 miles begins with one step, and that one step our community has already taken, and India Home has also helped in overall making strides in the right direction with help of Sharanya. Thank you very much. Sylvia, thank you very much. Kavita ji, thank you very much. And indeed, Mukund Mehta ji, you are a role model in multiple ways. So I appreciate your presence with us, sir. And on that note, as the sequence of thanking continues, most important bundle of thanks goes out for all of you who have made our interaction meaningful by your presence. So this is Ashok Vyas thanking them with lots of good wishes for India Home, and thanking all of you with good wishes for good health and good life. Namaste.
Namaste ji. Namaste ji.
Thank you.